Welcome back, beautiful brave hearts. It's Lorraine here. I'm in Calgary. I'm one of Doc of Detox's master practitioner trainers. And I have Sherry Kelbaum here with me today, the Juice Lady. So, Sherry, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I'm really excited to share some timely topics. One is on the immune system, and then mental clarity and exercise recovery. And we're going to talk about juicing and the nutrients that help those either conditions or the immune system. We're going to start off with immune system. I have a lot of interest in that right now because a lot of people that are contacting me or people that I know are getting upper respiratory infections, and there's a pretty strong bug going around because it's bad stuff. So how do we prevent that? Or if you have something, what do you do about it? Right? And so we're going to talk about that to start off with.
Awesome. Awesome. I just want to remind everybody that we have the Healers of the Faith sale on at the DACA Detox. It is running until Sunday, June the 15th, and it is up to 30% off. So if you've had your eye on, a product, I would check out to see what's on sale.
And I bet there's some things on sale that are great for the immune system that we were just talking about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You bet.
Ti-
You
Ties
bet.
right in.
Yeah.
Well, let's start off with immunity. I've got my notes here because there's way too much for me to remember and stuff in my head. But we want to, first of all, up our vitamin C. That is so important for the immune system. And choose things to juice and to eat that are very, very high in vitamin C. Um, Two, I want to point out it's not just what we eat, what we include, but what we don't take in. So sugar is very important to omit because it will beat out vitamin C into our immune cells. It'll get in there first place, and that weakens them. So we want strong immune cells, and so we want to avoid the sugar and increase the vitamin C rich juices and foods. And so, what does C do besides just the immune system and supporting that and making it strong? It feeds the collagen, that part just right beneath our skin that gives our skin a more youthful look. And so, lots of vitamin C is important for many things. It also supports the throat and the nasal tissues. I still have a little bit of a scratchy throat, so I'm going to get my cough drop. I have a lot of interest in this right now because it hit me this spring. And so I've been working on throat and nasal tissue strengthening myself.
You know, here at
What
the
does that? Pardon.
Here at the DACA Detox, what we would do is take our curcumin cayenne. So we have curcumin cayenne 5,000 plus, and you can take that capsule and you can put it in your what I like to do is I'll juice lemons and limes, and I'll also juice some ginger, and then I'll open up that capsule and put it in there. And so then now I've got the curcumin cayenne 5,000 in my juice. And if I
Hmm.
need to, I'll throw a tiny bit of raw honey in there and then drink it. And man, that is a good immune support.
Oh, it's really good. Excuse me. I've been doing little shots of turmeric, ginger, and lemon. I call them the wellness shots.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And they're so good for immunity and for the throat all the way around. So I love that. Pull the
Yeah, I
capsule
was
apart.
I was at a birthday party on Sunday, and that's what I brought is I brought that, a jug
Oh,
of that, and we all had shots.
now that is an unusual birthday party. And the best kind to have wellness shots.
Yeah.
I think that we all should do that and much more often. The body doesn't store vitamin C, so we have to replenish it like every day. So think about that and make sure that you're doing what you can to replenish it each and every single day. We want to stay on top of it, ahead of it, and don't let it overtake us. Excuse me. Some of the best sources: acerola cherry, guava, black currant, strawberry, excuse me, and bell pepper and parsley. We don't think of parsley too often as being high in vitamin C, but it's one of our best sources. Also, lemon and lime. You had mentioned that.
Yeah,
And the lemon skin in particular is very good. And so buy organic lemons.
yeah.
That's really important.
Yeah, when I juice my lemons, I do cut off some of the lemon rind, but not all of
Mhm.
it.
I know.
And then
I
the seeds are in there too. So you get the what is it? Lecithin, lecithin, no. For the
flavonoids, bioflavonoids.
yeah, for the brain.
Yes. And then in that white pithy part that often, we want to get rid of because it is a little bitter, but not when you juice it.
No.
It's in there as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, these are wonderful wellness tonics. I've done one lemon and lime juice and garlic and ginger. And
Yeah.
then I put in some water and ice and blend all that up. I think it's delicious. Sometimes
Hmm.
I put in a little bit of coconut oil
Yeah.
or a little bit of olive oil.
So
And
what you could do to bump it up even a bit more, we have our C60 MCT oil.
mm,
So that, I mean, and C60 is the properties of C60. It is 270 times more effective than vitamin C at neutralizing free radicals.
wow,
Yeah, so you could just put a teaspoon of that in your juice and blend it up.
that
Mhm.
sounds wonderful too. And when I'm talking about that particular drink, people go, "Ooh," but it's really delicious. My body seems to crave it. So
Yeah.
I've made a lot of that lately. So this also vitamin C rich juices and taking extra vitamin C and all these extra things, they protect from cortisol. So when we're under stress, that cortisol goes high, and that is damaging for our bodies for at the cellular level. And getting extra vitamin C can really be protective. That's based on study showing that it's very, very helpful to protect against cortisol. So combine that too with vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is just really excellent for the immune system. And get some sun, right? Get a little bit of sun on your skin each day that produces vitamin C. So go out and expose some parts of your arms and legs, and 15, 20 minutes of getting some sun is going to be very, very important for vitamin D. And then beta carotene. That is also a great immune builder, enhancer. And we have so many options for beta carotene. It's all our beautiful fruits and vegetables, the brightly colored ones. So orange, red, green, purple, that's everything that we would choose, that we would want to juice. And juice that up, juice a lot of that. Greens and carrots and um, oh, whole variety of vegetables would be excellent to juice. And the more variety, the more synergy. So the more combinations of different nutrients that we're going to get, they all work together. They're like helping hands. They link up these different nutrients in different vegetables. There are people who say, "Oh, I just like, carrot apple," or they have their favorite. Branch out, try a few new things. Maybe grab something off your grocery shelf that you haven't tried before. Maybe bok choy or a turnip or I don't know, black dino kale, whatever it is that you see and you've looked at it many times, never tried it. Try some new things. And you can put it in that carrot apple base. It tastes good. You probably won't even know it's there. but you're getting all these extra nutrients with the synergistic effect of what they bring to the body. And then we want to get quercetin. And quercetin is an antihistamine, it's a flavonoid, and it is excellent to prevent and to help with even seasonal allergies. Seasonal allergies can set us up for colds and flus. They can cause such irritation for some people in the upper respiratory system that they then end up with a cold. I've had many people say that to me. So you want to take more selenium, no, more quercetin, and then selenium. That's my next thing on the list. It's also very important for the immune system. Brazil nuts, spinach, and broccoli. So even just eating a few Brazil nuts, very rich in selenium. So you could have 4 or 5 or 6 a day, and you will be getting almost your quota of selenium for the day. We don't get enough selenium typically in our diets. Spinach and broccoli, juice it up. What I love to do, save those hard stems of your broccoli. It's the part that we usually throw away because we don't know what to do with it. Save it and juice it. So now you can stir fry or lightly steam the broccoli florets and juice the base. You're getting all of that excellent goodness, including the selenium. You're also getting vitamin C is rich in broccoli and the cancer-fighting phytonutrients, isothiocyanates and sulforaphane in particular, and then DIM and 13C, all packed into broccoli, big cancer fighters. So include more of that in your juicing, and you can put that hard stem of the broccoli in like a carrot apple base. You'll never even know it's there, but you're getting all of that extra goodness, drinking that up. And then electrolytes are also extremely important and important for the immune system and for energy. And our vegetables and our fruits are rich in those basic minerals that we know we need: potassium, calcium, magnesium, sodium. Celery is one of those excellent vegetables to juice, very rich in sodium, the natural sodium that is going to be very helpful for the immune system, right down to the cellular level for energy, for our electrical system. And celery has been shown in scientific studies to lower blood pressure, to lower cholesterol, to lower blood sugar. So it is a wonderful vegetable to juice. Whether you juice it plain, or I've had people say, just can't take that flavor out plain, add some lemon, add some ginger, and juice a great big bunch of celery and juice those leaves. I see a lot of times grocers cutting off the leaves, and discarding them. And I'm thinking, oh no, the best part of the celery is in the leaves. So luteolin and apigenin, two of our most powerful flavonoids are in phytonutrients, or I don't know if they're flavonoids, but phytonutrients for sure, are in the leaves in the most concentration. It's in the celery, of course, but most concentration is in the leaves. So if you find celery with leaves, don't discard them. People have asked me before, should I just throw those leaves away? No, juice them. And you're going to be getting extra um, cancer fighting nutrients and extra nutrients all the way around.
And brave hearts, we know that we carry the Beyond Ormus minerals, and that is a powerful electrolyte. So if you feel your energy is coming down, electrolytes are the spark of life. That's what I like to call them, because we are electromagnetic beings. So of
Yeah.
course we need things that are going to bring, amp up our electricity. And that's what the Beyond Ormus minerals do. And this is a liquid form, so you can add it to any juice. If you feel like you're getting tanked, add it. Add it. We recommend that the average person should be taking somewhere around 60 to 80 drops a day.
Mm,
So, and you can cook with this. You're not going to diminish any of the minerals. Minerals are minerals. You don't destroy them when you cook them. Yeah.
mhm.
So you could put it in your soups if you're making some nice soup. But definitely add it to your juices if you're not feeling well. Put it in your water. It does have a little bit of a salty taste, but it definitely brings up the energy level.
Oh, that's excellent. Yes, so many people are saying they're tired today. A lot of that, I do believe, is a lack of minerals. We are very mineral deficient. Just
Yeah.
as a group of people in North America, we're very mineral deficient. So it'd be excellent to get that into your diet. Um, Mitochondria is our energy unit of the cells, and it produces ATP, our energy fuel. So if it's deficient in what is going to produce ATP, we will be tired. So we need electrolytes. We also need biophotons. Biophotons are the light energy rays, I call them light units, from the sun that our vegetables and fruit absorb. It goes into the fruit, or the vegetables. And when we juice that, it's released and goes right into our system and feeds our cells and our mitochondria. So many people don't eat any raw. It's cooked food all day long and processed. Um,
Mhm.
a lot of people, it's shown in studies, about 60% of their diet is processed food. Well, you're not going to get any biophotons there. You're not going to get many nutrients there. And so no wonder people are tired. And at a cellular level, just very, very deficient. So the more raw that we get, the more biophotons we're getting into our system, which is a spark of life for our cells. And juicing up, that's wonderful because we're getting a glass full of biophotons and vitamins, minerals, enzymes, phytonutrients along with it. All of those things work together to spark up our energy. And then adding, as you said, this wonderful product with all of the extra um, electrolytes, that's going to be extremely helpful. So, our best juices in this category um, are celery, beet, and especially the greens. We're back to the leaves. The greens of the beets are just excellent for all of the minerals and different nutrients. Swiss chard, strawberry, kiwi, dandelion greens, and stinging nettles. The other day, I purchased a bunch of dandelion greens. It was like huge. It was like about this size. I juiced it all up, and I had pretty good sized glasses of just dandelion juice for my husband and I. I said, "This isn't going to taste good, but drink up. It's wonderful for you. It's great for the liver. It's going to offer so many of the wonderful nutrients, including chlorophyll, which is in all of our greens, which is a blood purifier." And so, right now, you're seeing them. I do see them though at our farmers market year round, and they're not grown in the earth. They're hothouse dandelion greens. They're still going to be helpful though, but also something that's available in the spring. If you are fortunate enough to have access to stinging nettles, they are excellent, and you can juice them. They do not sting once you've juiced them, but you do have to wear gloves to get them into your juicer. Once they're in there and you've juiced them, they do not sting, but they are excellent. They are excellent for the kidneys and all of the organs of the body, and they are a cleanser. So we often think of stinging nettles in the spring as a spring cleanse tonic. And I've juiced them before, and they're strong. But if you mix them with other vegetables, or maybe a little apple in there, a little lemon, freshen it up, you won't even know it's in there. But you're getting your spring cleanse. We're just about at the tail end of spring, or we're just about to officially head into summer, but a great time to still work on the spring cleanse and on our liver, gallbladder, all the organs of elimination, and these beautiful juices. that help all of these organs to function better. And then also I wanted to talk about getting good sleep because that is so important for the immune system as well. If we don't sleep well, we don't heal well. And lots of people don't sleep well right now. A lot of stress. People just can't relax. So I don't know if you've ever noticed if you've gone to bed and you're lying there and all of a sudden your body jumps and jerks. Um, I call that a stress reaction. It's probably a mineral deficiency, probably electrolyte deficiency, but there's so many other things that people go through. The mind is just going 90 to nothing and they can't fall asleep or they can't stay asleep. So our wonderful electrolytes and our nutrients are so good to feed the body and to help it relax. And so very, very important to consider our sleep as part of immunity because it is. And powerful healing hormones are released in the night as you sleep. And if you're not sleeping deeply or if you're not getting very much deep sleep, your body is not going to be able to heal. Your immune system won't be as strong. And so, what do we need? One is magnesium rich food. Magnesium is so important. Helps your muscles relax, helps you relax. It's wonderful for the heart, for just the whole system. What's rich in magnesium? Spinach, Swiss chard, kale, parsnips. That is something some people have never tried in their life. Parsnips are kind of sweet. I love to cook parsnips. I've mashed parsnips. They're delicious. I've served them to guests in place of mashed potatoes, mashed parsnips. Um, but you can juice them and they add a sweetness to your juice. Beets, broccoli, and blackberries. All of these are rich in magnesium. Excuse me.
And then
Also,
for helping with sleep,
oh,
you could be taking the mag infusion, which is a powder. And what you would do, there's a little scoop in there. You can put one or maybe two of those little scoops underneath your tongue. Allow your saliva to come in there, and you're gonna taste a metal taste, and it starts to warm up. And then chase it with some water. And you do that at night before you go to sleep. You're going to sleep better because you just pumped up the magnesium in your body. Magnesium is what relaxes the body. So we need that relaxation. And then because you did that, you'll have a good bowel movement in the morning.
see, you're solving two problems at one time. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people suffer from both things, poor sleep and poor elimination. And you're right. I take magnesium all the time, and it is so helpful to stay regular. That and vitamin C, very, very helpful. And you may notice this if your body is fighting something, I seem to need to up both in my diet, increase them. So it isn't like one size fits all forever. That's the misnomer of the RDA. Take this little amount and that's supposed to do it. No, because from time to time we need a lot more of, say,
Yeah.
vitamin C, magnesium.
The problem is people have numbed out their body. They know they're not feeling well and they ignore it. And then they hit the wall, right? And now you're in a bit of a crisis. You need to do something now. And
Yes.
most people run to the doctor, they'll get a painkiller or maybe, something, I don't know. And it doesn't get to the root cause. The root cause is at this point, you need to be able to relax.
Right.
So you're not, most people are deficient in magnesium.
Hmm.
I would say it's got to be, and nowadays, I might even be 100% of people that are deficient in magnesium. So you have to be supplementing this. And then if you're the type of person who wakes up with a Charlie horse in their leg, or maybe you've got restless leg, we have the Beyond Ormus magnesium spray that you can spray on that area. And I've got a grandson, and he's 16, and he's growing. And came into the house and he said, "Oh my gosh, I was playing soccer. My muscles are so tight." and I got him to spray the magnesium, and instantly it relaxed it. Like these things work.
Hmm.
So, grab onto things that we know that work. So here at the Braveheart Nation, DACA Detox, we've got the answers to pretty much everything. And of course, juicing. I mean, I juice every day too.
Hmm.
Like I said, those shots, and I make sure that everybody in the house is drinking them. So especially during the spring and then again in the fall, in that
Yes.
transition, both spring and fall is when the body seems to um it wants to slow down, I think.
Hmm.
I think.
Yes. It's a vulnerable time.
Yeah.
And that's why they say if you cleanse your body with the change of seasons, you probably won't get sick. Giving it a rest, supporting the organs of elimination. All the juices we're talking about now do that for sure. So, also, I wanted to talk about high blood pressure just for a moment because we're talking about the minerals and not vitamin K, potassium. So, juices that are high in potassium are going to be helpful for high blood pressure to bring that down. Spinach and kale, starchy vegetables such as potatoes and, excuse me, sweet potatoes, bananas, oranges, cantaloupe, avocados, tomatoes, and beans. So, excuse me, you can't juice all of that, but a lot of it you can. And then for sleep, watch the light at night. So if you're one that likes to sit with your computer on and doing little things in bed, excuse me, or your phone, turn that off and give yourself a couple of hours at least before you, excuse me, go to bed to just wind down without that light shining in your eyes. And you're going to be so much more relaxed. It's that light that wakes us up and cortisol starts pumping, thinking it's morning. We want the
Hmm.
melatonin. We want to relax,
And
right?
that blue light coming from our devices. I mean, um we've got the Tesla glasses.
Mm,
So normally when I'm working on my computer, I am protected with my Tesla glasses. This takes the blue light coming from your devices and coming from your LED lights, and it transmutes it into healing light. So
mm,
now we're not like, if you are like me working at night, I am making sure that I've got these things on. Actually, when I'm not doing a show, I'm going to make sure I have these things on. Most people want to see your eyes when you're doing things like
yes,
this. The eyes are your your doors to your soul, right? So
they
most
are.
people want to see the eyes. So yeah,
Yes, the windows to our soul. Beautiful. I need Tesla glasses because you're right. Even just during the day, if you spend a lot of time on your computer doing a lot of work, it's going to even it's affected me at night before, just a whole day of when there's a lot of work to be done.
yeah.
So I think those glasses would be extremely important.
Yeah, it's
You
it's way better than blue blockers because it's actually taking that light and transmuting it into healing. So
yeah,
a lot of people who get diagnosed with cataracts, it really is the blue light. It's your body is saying, "Oh my gosh, you're putting the brain on fire," is what you're
mhm.
doing. Because behind the eyes, it's the brain. It's the brain right
Yes.
there. And
Mm,
so the brain says, we got to shut this down. So your body creates the cataract to shut it down. So, we've got to take care of our entire body. Another thing you could be doing is actually nebulizing. When you've got a cold, you
yes.
can there's so many things that you can nebulize. The infinite iodine, you can nebulize it all by itself. the Bright Eyes Nano Fulvic Drops, and that's another thing you can be using for any eye condition and just for keeping your eyes healthy because we are in such a toxic world. We can't like there's so many things we can't control about what's going on out there and what's on our food and yes, we can soak them. Yes, we can do a lot of things. We can buy organic. We can grow our own, but there's still going to be a residue on there because that glyphosate is it's worldwide. It doesn't matter where you go, where you grow, it's going to be there.
Yeah.
So we have to be able to support our bodies. So nebulizing is a great way to get these kind of things into your body. And when you nebulize, this is a cavity, right? The eyes are just sitting right there. The sinuses are right here and right here. The brain's back there. So you're actually helping the brain, the eyes, even the ears, the throat, the chest, and even your heart when you nebulize. So definitely, find out what you can be doing to support your body during these times of transition when your body starts to tank out.
Yes, I love nebulizers. I have one. I use it a lot. It is very, very helpful. So you were talking about the brain. This is perfect segue into mental clarity. It's
There you
really
go.
We're going to move on to that now. So, flavonoids improve cognitive function, proven in scientific studies. Our fruits and vegetables are loaded with a variety of flavonoids, or they're also known as flavones. Brain energy, they feed the brain. And lots of people are not getting hardly any flavonoids because they're just not eating their fruits and vegetables. It used to be that we would hear about 5 a day all the time. It would be in the news. I haven't heard that in years. Anybody saying, "Are you getting your 5 a day?" 5 a day even seems small, but at least we were talking about it and encouraging it. And I don't even hear that anymore today. Nobody's talking about even getting the basic kind of minimum. Lots of people spend their whole day just eating cooked food and a lot of things on the go, from breakfast and lunch out, and order out or take out for dinner. They're just not getting the flavones. And so the brain suffers. I've looked at studies, spinach has been really looked at for focus, memory, clarity. And then anthocyanins in lots of fruits and vegetables are really important for the brain. They're a flavonoid. They're in apples, berries, lemon, grapefruit, leafy greens. Dark chocolate, can't choose that, but lots of people love it. When you're eating chocolate, though, it should be sugar-free. Just eat the chocolate. I think it's great. I love the bitter chocolate. I love that bitter flavor. Or you can put it in a smoothie with a plant milk and some fruit. Chamomile tea is another one that is rich in anthocyanins. All of those are very good for the brain. And then potassium, also important. And so vegetables are a wonderful source of potassium. And lots of people are deficient in potassium as well. They just don't eat their vegetables. And so we're seeing a cognitive decline. But these help to reduce the risk of that and of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Such an increase in Alzheimer's right now. We need to feed the brain and detox the brain. And we're back to sleep. There is a correlation between people that don't sleep well and Alzheimer's. We saw that with one of our family members, my husband's stepfather, who didn't sleep well for years, would be up during the night, and he ended up with Alzheimer's. I won't say that's just the only thing that contributed to it, but I know it had to be one. Very, very important to sleep really, really well, really deeply, so that the brain can detox during the night. That that is something that a lot of people are not doing, and they're seeing the results of that. So we want brain food. We want the omega-3, excuse me, fatty acids, excuse me. And we want things like the fatty fish and the fish oils. And of course, our vegetables are going to be great for the brain.
Yeah. So we've got our ocean essentials, which is the omegas, and they are different than any other one that I have found. Most omegas are from krill or fish, where ours is coming from seal. Seal is a mammal, and
Mm,
so are we. So we are able to actually digest them better. I know I took krill oil or fish oil or other omegas, and I always found that I burped them up. And if you're
mhm.
burping something, if you're something is bubbling and burping and gassy, it means that your body's having a hard time to
Yes.
digest it. So we just have to be aware. Like I wasn't aware at that time that if I was burping it up, I wasn't able to digest it. So I flushed a lot of money down the toilet because it wasn't serving my body. So we've got to make sure that we are using stuff that is going to help. And of course, if you're getting it from fruits and vegetables, you know it's going to help,
Yeah.
right? And then also the C60 would be another thing I would say for the brain. And we also have the brain power, which is a new product. It comes in a capsule or a powder. I like the powder because I can just add that to my juices and it's got a fruity taste. I can't remember all of the ingredients because it's a new product, but it is the guy who developed it for his father
Mm,
who was just at that cusp of Alzheimer's, and
mhm.
he was able to nourish the brain and bring his father's condition down so that he still had quality of life. So there's a lot that we can be doing, and you're right. I mean, everything comes from fruits and vegetables. All of our nutraceuticals, that's where it's coming from. That's where it's coming from. Only it's intense, right? You'd
Mhm.
have to eat a whole lot of apples in order to get whatever out of there
Yeah.
that your body needs. And that's our problem nowadays because an apple now doesn't have the energy or the nutrients that it did 75, 100 years ago.
Mhm.
There's something called the Brix level, which is what measures the energy of that fruit or vegetable. And I remember taking a course with a farmer, and he was talking about the Brix level. And
Oh.
he tested a bunch of carrots. He had carrots that he just picked up at the grocery store, normal carrots. And then he had organic carrots. And then he had farm fresh, organic, biodynamic carrots. And of course, the farm fresh, uh, organic, biodynamic, which means they nurtured the soil also, were the highest level, but they
Mhm.
didn't match up to 75 years ago.
Mhm.
So that's how deficient the soils are. So we really can't, I mean, yes, we've got to bump it up somehow. And eating our fruits and vegetables is amazing. We need that. But juicing is going to bump it up more
Yes.
because you're going to use way more fruits and vegetables in a juice than you do just eating it. Now, I don't recommend just juicing all of everything because you still need some fiber in there, right?
Yes.
You still need fiber.
Yes.
Um, Anything
So,
else you want to say?
well, yeah, I always say eat your fruits and vegetables and juice them. Do both.
Yeah,
And especially choose your high fiber vegetables. The cruciferous vegetables are known to be the highest in fiber. And so do both. And
yeah,
lots of main course salads with everything in there. Beautiful big salads with lots of different ingredients.
yeah.
So
Lots
I
of
just
color.
want to mention my book, Juicing for Life. Um, you've got it, and it's available everywhere, Amazon and on my website. It's on my A to Z guide. Look up what ails you. like what I've been talking about today. You can look up all sorts of different conditions from A to Z. The recipes, the nutrients, the diet is all listed for that condition. And check out on my website, Juice Lady info.com, the juicer. My favorite juicer, Nama J2, and right now there's a special with a free sorbet attachment. So,
Okay.
and a discount code. So,
Oh,
if
right.
you're looking for a juicer, come check it out. If you have one, you haven't used it in a while, dust it off, get it out, get it ready to go, get it on your counter so you see it. When we have it hidden away, out of sight, out of mind, we forget
Yeah.
sometimes to juice.
Yeah. Juicing is an amazing thing that you can be doing to bump up the body. If if you're in a chronic condition, start juicing. Start
Yes.
juicing. That's what's going to change your health. And then, introducing the nutraceuticals that I've talked about. And I see that we are at our time. So I really appreciate you coming and doing and talking about juicing for us. It is amazing information. And I know we have another one. You're every other week, right?
Yes. So 2 weeks from today on a Tuesday,
Okay.
and send your questions. If you have a condition that you'd like to see addressed, send in your questions. We would love to address that.
Yeah, and I'll make sure if you had any questions from today, put them in the comments below, and I'll make sure that if I can't figure it out, I'm going to reach out to Cheryl.
Thank you. All
All right.
right. Thank
Have
you
a
so
beautiful
much.
day.
You
Yeah.
too.
And now I'm just going to bring up my slides here. So just remember, we have the Healers of the Faith. Join the Q&A. It is tomorrow, I believe. Rafa, can you have that slide back up there for a second? The Q&A is tomorrow, Wednesday, from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You need to go to bhnuniversity.com to get the Zoom link for that if you want to attend. And then we still have the Healers of the Faith sale on right now. It runs until Sunday, June the 15th, and it's up to 30% off. So if you had your eye on, a DACA Detox product, I would suggest you go to DACA store.com and check out what's on sale. Oops. Okay, you know what? I'm going to stop this. Maybe I'll just let you bring them up there, Rafa. Okay, so we don't know when it might be happening, but we are getting a lot of notices from Facebook and saying that we're, talking stuff that we shouldn't be talking and sharing. So we know that it's inevitable that at some point we are going to get banned from Facebook. So you want to make sure that you have joined us on that bhnapp.com. That's where you're going to find all of our information. So go to bhnapp.com and sign up, and then you'll be able to track your perfect day. You'll be able to see the news and events, the new world practitioner map, where you're going to find myself and a bunch of other practitioners. Evolve is where you're going to find the world's largest free people online library of videos, guides, and audios for self-healing. Connect is where you're going to connect to other brave hearts all around the world. You're going to be able to find your tribe. And then Perfect Match, that's for the singles to see if they can, find their brave heart match. And then Dr. Sage is still on his tour. He's actually on his way up to Calgary right now to teach the Wolfe Non-Surgical. And then immediately after the Wolfe Non-Surgical, he is offering the thermography, heavy metal testing, consultations, Wolfe Non-Surgical, and the cell sonic regeneration. So these are things that if you're interested, he is going to be in Los Angeles, July the 31st to August the 7th. You're going to call Narin, and her number is 386-631-4066. And then where is he going next? He's going to be in Montreal, Quebec, and you are going to talk to Christian, and he's going to be there from August the 23rd until September 1st, and her number is 438-929-0997. And these are all the places that Dr. Sage Wolfe is going to be. So like I said, he's going to be in Calgary teaching the Wolfe Non-Surgical, and then right after offering the treatment and consult tour, and then St. Louis, and then Occidental, California, and then Los Angeles and Montreal. For more information, you can go to bhnuniversity.com. And then we have our dates of the courses. So like I said, Calgary course starting on Saturday, so excited. And then the Women's Pelvic Restoration and Disease Prevention Masterclass is following it right after. That's the one that I teach with Cheryl. And that's going to be June the 27th to the 29th. I do have a couple of spots available if you're interested. The Wolfe Non-Surgical is maxed. Then the next set of courses is going to be in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, with the Whole Life Coach starting on the 29th of October, and then the Wolfe Non-Surgical, the 9th of November, and then the Women's Pelvic Restoration, November 21st to the 23rd, and that one is going to be in person and online because we're going to be in the studio then. And we have the Doc of Detox 5-star. If you want to become a Braveheart, you dive into all of this information. You can go from patient to healer and from victim to hero. Send your questions. Your questions matter. Like I said, put them in the comments down below. We are on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, Rumble, Telegram, and BitChute. And we've got audio available too. And look at all these different platforms for audio. I love being able to put something on, put my earbuds in and go for a walk, or while I'm driving, I'm listening. You could be walking your dog, you could be doing your laundry or cleaning your house and educating yourself. So take advantage. All of these podcasts are going to be up in these audio platforms. Become a DACA Detox affiliate partner. So if you are thrilled, you're taking the products and you like to share this information to family and friends, why not make some money at it? Sign up at docafdetoxpartner.com and earn some commissions on your referrals. And we are calling all health professionals and practitioners. Sign up to become a wholesale buyer. Why not bring these high-end nutraceuticals to your clients? You're going to watch them go from surviving to thriving. So you can sign up at the US direct WhatsApp number 1-469-861-9454, or the toll-free number 1-855-900-4544, extension 5, or email office.docadetox@gmail.com. And our Power Pack clinics are going worldwide. If you are a practitioner or you want to become a practitioner, then check out the Power Pack, DOD Power Pack where you'll find more information on the cardio med bed and the cell sonic regeneration. And just know that if you're in the United States, there is a financing available. So you can apply for financing to get your Power Pack clinic up and running. And if you're in the States, you can also get funding for the Whole Life Coach certified and the non-surgical certified. DACA Detox 5-star World Healing and Training Center is in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, and it is a beautiful place to stay. There's the pictures. You can see that we've got a beautiful structured saltwater pool, and all of the healing modalities that you might want to use are there. You can have the Bodywork, so the Wolfe Non-Surgical, the Cell Sonic, the Cardio Med Bed, the Avicen, the Biotron, the Vitamin D Light. It's all there at your fingertips. For personal training and certifications with Dr. Sage Wolfe, just know that he will come to you or you can come to us. You can call the toll-free number 1-855-900-4544 extension 5 or the US direct number 469-861-9454. And again, that financing is available for US people. Take advantage. Perfect Day consultations. You can book a personalized consultation with Dr. Daryl Wolfe. That gives you lifetime support. You can call his assistant at 1-855-900-4544 extension 1 or direct US or on WhatsApp 1-250-980-0554. And to book a personalized consultation with a qualified master practitioner, you can go to perfectdayconsultation.com. And just know that we have some swag out there. So now you can really show your dedication to the DACA detox and wear the hoodies, the sweatshirts, the t-shirts, and we now have caps available. And just know that this is coming from an outside source. So there is shipping involved in that because it's from a company other than us that you're ordering them. Anyhow, the Ultimate Healing Guide you can find on DACADetoxStore.com if you wanted to buy it. And I believe they're on sale right now. I think we've got a really good sale on the hard copy ones right now. Or you can download it for free at bhnapp.com or pdgfree.com. And then if you want to take all your power back, then get your hands on Healthy 2100. The only permanent healthcare is self-care, and the only permanent love is self-love. And if you want to rise to your full potential, you need to learn how to fly, which means first love yourself. You can't give what you do not have for yourself. And here at Braveheart Nation, we are stronger when we rise together and we rise together. So go to bhnuniversity.com or get yourself on the app, bhnapp.com. And we always like to end with our Braveheart oath. So I want you guys just to slow down a little bit. Come back right here. Put your hand on your heart. I am love. I am healed. I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will always trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself first and foremost before anyone else or anything else. So help me God, because I am, I can, I am love, I am healed, I am Braveheart, and I am all in. Thanks for joining. And the next Juice Lady is a week from next Tuesday. So every other week on Tuesday.